Today on Wolfpack Weekdays College Life, we have another question from a Wolfpack member, and today it is about homework versus video games. Welcome back to Wolfpack Weekdays College Life, guys. Like I said, today we have another question from a Wolfpack member. This one came from Twitter, and his name is, as I look at my notes, The Dragon Guild, at The Dragon Guild. Okay, and his question was... It was a long one, forgive me. How do you deal with homework but have a undefeatable urge to play video games? So basically, it's video games versus homework. How do you decide or make yourself do the homework before the video games? At least that's how I'm going to take it. And I understand that this question was probably a joke, but it's still interesting. It still has to do with college, so I think it's worth doing. But anyway, so homework versus video games. So video games are obviously very addicting, and they're a lot easier to make yourself do than anything else. So how do you make yourself choose to do your homework over watching a movie, playing a video game, doing a project you actually care about instead of the project you don't? How do you make yourself do it? Well, it's a very tough question, and for a long time, I had a lot of trouble doing this. Most of the time, I would actually choose video games over doing the homework until I absolutely had to, which usually caused a lot of problems. I mean, I got all the homework done, but I would push it off for hours and hours, and then I'd be up late doing it instead of just getting it done, playing the game, and going to bed at a decent time. I think it just has a lot to do with your mental thing. If you're doing homework you don't really care about, going back to like the general eds and is college fun video, it's going to be a lot harder for you to actually, I guess, do it. But the thing you got to remember is that everything you're doing is for an end goal. And if you truly want the degree you're going into, like if you truly want to be an animator, if you truly want to be a filmmaker like me, if you truly want to be an artist, or you want to write a book and you're a comp-sci major, or you're, a communications major or a poli-sci major, if it's something you actually want to do, then you have to do it. And because you have to do it, I guess it becomes a question of how bad do you want it? And if you really want it, you'll do it. And you'll do your best on it because you have to do it. And it's one step in the many you're going to have to take to get to your degree, to get to that job, to get to the end goal, the career or project that you want to do. So you have to remember that even when it's the most crappy, horrible project you never wanted to do, you got to just get through it. And it's the same basic message I gave you in the Is College Fun video. Just get through it. Tough it out. You got this. I promise you got this. Just get help where you need it. Work hard. And remember why you're doing it. Because I know I've had a lot of trouble with that throughout the years of remaining focused. And not so much anymore. But for a long time there, other things were more important when they shouldn't have been. So once again, learn from me, guys. Remember why you're doing it. And always keep your education and your end goal above everything else. Because if your friends don't understand why you can't hang out because you're working on homework, they're not exactly good friends. If your girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other of any kind has that same sentiment, then they're not worth your time. The people that come into your life are going to hold you back. Just naturally. A lot of times they'll hold you back. Some will lift you up, some will hold you back. But you have to remember what you're doing it for. And if you do that, nothing else matters. Your family's going to understand. Your true friends are going to understand. If somebody loves you in general, they will understand why you can't hang out. You can't go to this event. You can't do this. Because for 4 years, maybe more, depending on your degree, you have to focus. You have to do what you have to do to succeed. Wow, that got way deeper and darker than I wanted it to. I think that's because I'm just working on a bunch of projects that kind of have that feel. So sorry about that, but yeah, no, just keep your guys, just keep your focus. I know everybody in the Wolfpack can do it. I believe in you guys, and I want to hear your stories. Don't get me wrong. So leave comments, message me, talk to me about what you're doing. Show me your projects. I would love to see whatever you're doing. And yeah, back to the question. How do you decide to do homework over video games or entertainment in general? Just remind yourself why you're there, you know? Set yourself a time frame. One thing I actually do. Wow, do. Is that right? That's like a double name. Anyway, one thing I actually try to do is I set like rewards. So if I have I have to write an essay or something, you know? Okay, so when I finish that essay, I get to play the new game I just bought, or I get to watch this movie, or, you know, I get to go take a break and watch this TV show I like if I got to this many words on the essay. So I set these like attainable goals, right, while doing the homework, and then it makes it a lot easier to get to those goals. And it actually a lot of times has made my work better, because it means I have to plan everything out a lot more beforehand, especially on like writing and stuff. So if I plan it ahead of time, it allows me to get a better product as I go, and it takes me less time to do it. So set yourself some goals. That's actually like really good advice. Set yourself some goals for you guys, whatever you enjoy doing. So if you have an essay or something, you know, you get to this many words and you're able to go take a break and you're able to do something fun, but you got to come back and finish it, or finish the entire essay and you're able to do this, or this, you know, or I get ice cream when I finish my essay. Like something very simple, but it's just reward yourself for your hard work is always how I kind of do the harder stuff that I don't enjoy. So I'm just going to say, set up the rewards, remind yourself why you're doing it, keep your focus, and you got this. I believe in you guys. And that's it for today. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions for the show, use the hashtag WPW down in the comments or on Twitter, and your ideas might just get featured on the show. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.